Breaking records and I'm breaking news. Bitch be pressed like who you? I get whatever I like. Bitch won't bark, but they wanna bite. I got 2 million for using a mic.
Hi guys, welcome to another episode of the Terrible No Good Podcast, where tonight, whatever time it is, Brayden, Ben, and Ty will be giving their terrible no good opinions. And we're doing something a little different. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead. Let's go ahead and pull those out. The M&Ms. We're gonna go ahead and start with those. We're gonna have kind of a little taste test like we've been doing, and we're gonna figure out what flavor we like most out of the M&Ms that we could find. We found 6 different flavors, and there's a new flavor. I will add, there's a new flavor out there called the s'mores flavor, and it is good. It is good. It's bussin' for real dope. Bussin' for real dope. Okay, so we got them all?
Yeah, they're all up here.
Okay, so we're going to first start off with the one that Ty munched on last week. The iced, what are those called, Ty? Hit us with it.
So right here, pretty much we got the caramel cold brew. So, as you can tell, I kind of dug into them last week. Ended up getting down 3/4 of the whole tank, So we only got about a quarter tank left over here. But, pretty damn good, I'd say, Pretty damn good.
Well, you got it. Well, you got to eat one.
Yeah, share the love.
It's good.
I'll switch with it.
What do you give a rating? What rating you give that, Ty?
See, Romo, he knew it was good as hell too.
Okay, quick debate. Do the M&Ms taste the same regardless of the color?
Yes.
What do you think, Ty? Do you think there's any difference in the shell based on the color? No?
Nah.
No? Okay. It's not bad. I feel like I got to be in the mood for it, though.
I'm not much on coffee, so.
Yeah. So I'm going to start off the ratings. I'll give this one about a 6.4. 6.4. You can use decimals, by the way, Ty. But a 6.4 on this one. What you got, Ben? What you got to give a rating?
So the coffee one, man, it's just not my cup of tea. I'm probably gonna give it like a 5.5, maybe a 6, because it's still M&M and it's still chocolate, and it's just hard to say no.
Not gonna lie, I think they're kind of sleeping on them a little bit. I think they're just thinking about the M&M itself, but not what the M&M can do. You know what I'm saying? And to me, I ain't gonna lie. Shit, if I had some vanilla ice cream right now and I threw them in there with it, ooh, baby, I'm telling you, hey.
So what's the rating? What'd you give it?
I'm gonna give it a. Dang, I want to finish it, dog. But I'm gonna give it a 10.
Oh wow.
Yes.
Hot and heavy on the first one.
Oof.
Ben couldn't wait to get the flavor out of his mouth, so he went ahead and went for the peanuts.
Correct. He's not wrong.
A classic one here. A classic one with the old peanuts. Oh, that didn't look like a face of satisfaction there.
He's seen too many M&M commercials, man. He likes that cold brew. But so let's see. I'll start this one off. I like the peanut in the middle. I'm probably gonna give it like a 7.5.
Dust. Tastes like dust, man. Dry as hell.
Just wait before we get done with our reviews before you take
Dry
another
as hell.
bite. You did that last time.
Bro, one. Like, I'm not binging. I ain't gonna eat the bag.
But still, just wait. Just wait. Okay. Peanut M&M's, classic. Classic. And always going to be. I think a safe score that I'm going to give it 7.2. Now we got the crunchy cookie. And I will say I have been munching on these in my bedroom a little bit.
There's only 3 left in there. He saved one for each of us.
No. There's enough for about 10 per. Hold up.
This guy, bro. Look at him.
You acting like you ain't ate the whole bag, man. Come on, man. It ain't gonna take it that long.
Scrumptious.
So what'd you rate it?
I'm going 7.6.
So if I have the peanut at 7.5, I'm putting this at 7. I like the peanut butter.
You mean the peanut?
Peanut butter. Yep.
Now we got the peanut butter. What are we thinking on that?
I give it a 5.
Mm.
It's not as good, is it?
No, it's kind of bland.
It don't taste
I had
like
to
it
try
don't
5
taste like
times
dust
just to
though.
get a good, you know.
Kind of like a Reese Puff.
It just tastes like sugar, bro.
I mean, it is called a cookie.
I'm with you.
Okay, let's see. Peanut. Now we got the peanut butter. Just melts in your mouth. Oh.
Mm-mm.
All right, I'll start it off. 8.2. Jason Witten number. Give it an 8.2.
I'm going 8.5. I like my peanut butter.
That ain't no peanut butter. No. That's that damn. That ain't no damn peanut butter, man. Ain't no peanut butter.
Maybe you'll like
They get that's a 1.
A 1? Oh my gosh.
That's the one you like the least?
That's crazy.
Oh man.
Well, didn't he give Dust, aka the peanut? Didn't he give that?
The
He
cookie
gave
dough.
that a 2.
No way he's got to like this
He's
one.
got. There ain't no way you don't like those, Chief.
Yeah, look at him. He said, "Oh, okay." He said, "I'll give y'all one."
He going
We'll
back
keep
for
the bag."
double. He going back for double.
So what do you think here, Ty?
Give it an
8. Okay. So what was your best one then? In your opinion, which one was the best? Did you just spit?
No.
Fucking Romo's over here fucking with the side of the chair.
Oh my god!
Why would I spit?
I was confused. It looked like you looked. Never mind. It's fine.
Slow as hell, boy. But ain't nobody dropped nothing, dog. But my highest one was the first one. Cold brew.
You like coffee, Ty?
I like some coffee, man.
Yep. Okay.
Coffee's pretty damn good.
Explains it. See, I have to be in the mood for coffee or I have to be really, really tired because if I start my morning off with a coffee, about 30 minutes later, then an hour and a half later, and 3 hours later, you will find me sitting on a toilet.
What the?
Coffee makes me go crazy.
Sitting on there letting it go, huh?
Yep, just flowing. I mean, it's just flowing.
What in the world? I guess I'm the oddball. I don't like coffee, so.
Well, I don't drink a lot because of what it does to me.
But the pretzel, I got that tied with the peanut butter. I'm giving it 8.5.
I'm gonna go one step below it, 8.1. Because I believe I had the peanut butter at 8.2, 8.1.
Mm-hmm. And now all we have is the regular left.
These are the OGs, okay? These are just the OGs. It's like they're not gonna be the top one, but they're always gonna be the most dependable, the most reliable. You're always gonna be able to find them at a gas station, at a Kroger. Shout out Kroger. You know, so can't be hating on the classics.
Ding, ding, ding. We have a winner. That shit is a winner.
There you go.
Yeah, I like these as well. I thought about giving it the winner, but I'm just going to tie it with peanut butter and
Man, you be
pretzel.
doing too much time. You did this stuff on the pizza. You did like 3 pizzas at 1. You did like
But I
2
did pick-
pizzas at 2 and
but I did
1 at
pick one to win.
3.
And I picked Tony's. I remember that.
Okay. Well, you were the weirdo.
Nah, Tony's was
Didn't know how
gas,
to say.
bro.
Didn't know how to say the cheddar pizza.
Hey, it was good.
Didn't know how to say it, but okay. So 8281, we're going plain M&Ms at a solid 8. Solid 8. So top for me was peanut butter, then it went pretzel, and then it went M&Ms. So there's my top 3. What about you? What'd you say?
Yeah, I have those same 3. That's
Same?
the top, yeah.
Okay. What about you? What you going top 3? Now looking
I'm gonna
back
put
at
the
it.
OG up there on number 1 scale. That's gonna be the regular M&Ms, and then I'm gonna go with the pretzel, and then the caramel.
All right. Well, there you go. There you have it.
Pretzel was fire.
Pretzel is gas.
Pretzel is gas. Okay, Ty.
Mm.
I want you to let me know. Educate the folks out here.
He's
'Cause
been waiting, guys.
I mean, there's got to be a movie that you're holding in to tell everybody that is your favorite. What is your favorite movie of all time, Ty? Oh, he pulls out the notes. He got the notes out.
'Cause I had to write a couple down. You know what I'm saying? It's just too many.
There
Too
are.
many.
There are a lot of good
It's.
ones.
I almost wanted to do like categories: action, comedy,
I ain't
horror.
gonna fake it. Shit, I fuck with Real Steel. You know what I'm
Real
talking about? Real
Steel.
Steel was the movie, man. After I watched that movie, I swear, man, my balls dropped. Man. They were on the floor, man. I watched Real Steel, and I was a man. I'm telling you.
Shadow boxing.
But Real Steel, man, that's the way to go, for real. That was my childhood movie.
No, that's definitely a good one. I'm gonna be a little different. It's like he said, it's hard to pick one. There are so many good ones. But one that really sticks out to me is a 3-movie series that I could watch anytime, any day, anywhere.
Twilight.
You name it. Actually, Twilight slaps. Hear me out. But I'm going The Maze Runners. I love the Maze Runner movies. It may be because I didn't read the books. Forgive me. I don't care. That's why they make movies, and they were awesome.
Man, this is really, really hard for me. Because, yo, Adrian, I was wondering if you wouldn't mind met me too much. The Rock, you can never go wrong with Rocky. You can never go wrong with Rocky. But you can also never go wrong with The Conjuring. The Conjuring movies slap. The first 2 especially, they slap. They're where it's at, they're just good movies. But I'm a little biased because I got a little recency bias on this one. I just thought it was a great movie. The new Batman movie. I enjoyed it. Thought it was really entertaining. Was not bored for 3 hours of watching a movie, which is very surprising. Typically, there's moments where you're sitting there like, kind of ready for this to kind of speed up. Nah, I was entertained the whole time when I watched the Batman movie. So, the Batman. Also like the Wolverine movies. We need to talk about that, who your favorite Marvel/DC character is.
Oh, gosh.
That's a good conversation, one that Ben will have little to no response to because he doesn't like any of those.
I have my answer.
Go ahead. Let's go ahead. What's your favorite? What's your favorite?
So my favorite Marvel/DC character is the Joker.
Okay.
I love the Joker. I don't really care for the superheroes. We know how it's gonna end. Same story. Woohoo! They're a lot lamer. They somehow beat the supervillain, who's a lot cooler and does way more. Let's just say explicit stuff, and I like that atmosphere a lot better than I like wearing tights, walking around with a big S on my chest or something like that. It doesn't float with me, and so I always root for the bad guys. Someone has to do it. It's me, but I like the Joker.
What you got, Ty?
I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna have to go with Superman.
Superman.
Superman, man.
So who's your Superman? Like, who are you going with? Henry Chevelle or whatever his
I'm
last
going
name
with
is?
the OG Superman.
OJ. Or OG, okay.
But at the end of the day, man, Superman, you get to be more than just a superhero. You could be a villain too. He was a bad guy too. You know what I'm saying? So
Fair enough.
shit,
Fair
you get to
enough.
pick and choose.
I don't know, man. We know his roots. His roots are pure good.
Okay. This is a tough one for me, and I should have taken time to think this out. There you go, Kelsey. Got you some more yardage on this
Or
week.
he's eating.
But anyways, so Wolverine, the Hulk, and the Batman. those are my 3 favorite characters. On a movie scale, I've been most impressed with the Batman movies, just all in all. And they really did the Hulk dirty on some of the original movies, because the Hulk is just the bomb. But I think I'm gonna have to go with the Wolverine. I love Logan. I love his character. X-Men, grew up watching that, read the comic books. So I'm gonna have to go Wolverine. Hugh Jackman, you always my Wolverine. No matter what happens in the future, you always my Wolverine.
He's got a crush.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I kind of want to shave my face like you do when you're.
Please,
You
please.
know, we got little. Oh, Romo, be quiet.
He's spoiled. What?
Okay. So now we talked about the movies. We talked about superheroes. Now, TV show. Ben, what are you going to go with on the TV show? What's your favorite one?
So this is a lock for me. Back to my roots. I don't care what the people say.
Oh, I already know where this is going.
Teen Wolf, in and out. All 8 seasons. Any place, anywhere. I don't care. Laugh, love, hate. Dylan O'Brien, Tyler Posey. I'm in. I'm sold. That's it for me. Teen Wolf. Love it. Sci-fi. Gets me going, man. It's my stuff. So, locking her in. Easy claps.
Teen Wolf. Okay.
All right, Brayden, what you got, man?
Okay. This is a hard one. Again. So, recently watched Suits. I think Suits is top tier TV show. Harvey Specter, Mike Ross. It's just great storytelling, great, good job. But for my people that were born before 2001 and never watched this show through, 24 is the best show that I've ever seen. All the way through, all 9 seasons, 24 is just as good as it gets. The whole plot of the show, just for people that don't know, one season is a whole day, and each episode is an hour of that day. And it has to do with like terrorist attacks that happened to the United States. You got Jack Bauer, a.k.a. Kiefer Sutherland, who is a bad mofo, out there kicking some tail. It's just an all-time classic. If you've never seen it, you need to watch it. But final answer, 24. One Tree Hill's a close second.
Yeah, I can fuck some One Tree Hill up. But I ain't gonna lie, man. I'm gonna have to go with Chopped, man. Chopked's a good one, man. You know what I'm saying? It's more of a series. You know what I'm saying? And it's just something I love to watch, man. All that food and shit.
Chopped? What
You gotta love it,
what
man.
exactly
You can
is
sit there and watch
Chopped?
it for hours, man.
What
You
is
ain't
Chopped?
seen Chopped?
No.
You're missing out, man. It's like a food competition.
You just like watching people make food?
It's pretty turned.
Okay, that is not where I thought this was going to go.
Hey, I'm telling you, man. If you throw some Chopped on, you be over there watching it for about 3 hours.
Okay. All right. Might have to do
It's
that Chopped
funny.
marathon
It's funny.
sometime. Love is Blind has been one of the shows that I've been watching here recently. Now, Love is Blind. That's a good show now. Don't be hating on it. This season's been a little more like, because there's only 2 couples, but it's really good. It's really good. You kind of got to, okay, let me ask y'all this, and I know I'm going on like a tangent, not a tangent, but just a question here, off out of the blue. So you're in a TV show, you start dating some people through the pods that you've never seen, and you meet them for the first time. You love their personality, but you see them, and the girl, and for the women that watch / guy, is fat and ugly. You're on TV, so if you call them fat and ugly, you're going to be bashed, and people are going to hate you.
If the shoe fits.
But on the other hand, you could play like you like them, become a favorite for the show, and then at the end, tell them no. Which, my original question was, would if you knew you weren't going to marry
It's a little
somebody, would you
toxic,
if you if you
It's a
if you
just a little bit toxic.
yeah. But if you knew you didn't love them and you knew you weren't wanting to marry them, would you drag the family? Would you drag the friends? Would you drag all them out and say no in front of all of them to their family? Would you do that, or would you end it before? Keep in mind you're on a TV show, so like, what would you do if you knew you didn't want to marry him, but you wanted to try the experiment out? What are you doing? Are you going all the way to the finish line and telling them no in front of everybody live on TV, or are you gonna try to do it kind of quiet?
I'm gonna do it quiet just because I don't have time to waste. I'm just gonna snip it right as soon as I notice it. But that's something I don't get about that show. I can't. Little side tangent, but I can't watch it, man. I just don't. I don't think you can date somebody without seeing them. That may sound bad, but like, I gotta see her. If she don't pass my eye test, she ain't passing my personality test. So.
Yeah. The Love Island thing, man. It's just
Love is Blind.
the love. Oh shit! I thought we was talking about Love Island. It's two different things, huh?
Yeah. No, they're not. Love is Blind. You don't see them on Love Island. You see them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. Love Island kind of slaps.
My
But,
friend actually, Robert. Yeah, I'm going skiing with. He was on Love Island. I know him. He's pretty cool dude. But he was on Love Island.
Is he dating her or is he?
No, he went in there. And he I saw some clips on TikTok, but he went in there and was playing with a frog. Like, there was a frog, and he was talking to this girl, and then he went and made out with another girl that wasn't as pretty as the girl that he was talking to in the video, when he was finagling around with a frog. But anyways, yeah. But Love is Blind's better than Love Island. Just saying. But would you tell her before you got to the altar, or would you make it enticing and theatrical and take her to the altar?
I ain't gonna hold you. I'm straight up, man.
Yeah.
I ain't
Yeah.
finna waste my time. If I'm sitting there and I know that I ain't feeling it, or at the end of the day, I ain't gonna be happy or have the aspirations that I want, bruh, I'm gonna be straight up. I'm gonna be like, hey, I got a little over my head. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna throw some bullshit into it.
All right. So hypothetically, because this happens in these dating shows, they say, hey, go all the way to the end. Say you talk to producers and everything. They say, no, go all the way to the end, and we'll give you $50,000. Are you gonna go all the way to the end, or are you still gonna be that honest person?
Money ain't worth my time and shit, bro.
Ben, look at Ben's making a face over there. I know
50
where
grand
Ben's
for me to be
going.
miserable? Hell no.
What you doing,
Ain't
Ben?
no way.
But it's only it's not even 2 months.
Yeah, I'm definitely taking that money. Sorry. Originally, I would be out, but once they put that on the table, it may sound bad, but that.
I don't know if they do that on Love is Blind, but I do know on The Bachelor and Bachelorette, they do pay people to be villains and to be bad guys.
Shoot, $50K, I'll be a villain.
Yeah.
It's only 2 months, something like that. I'll be back to normal life.
Yeah. But, okay, back to my other question. What would you do if you met him, talked to him to a pod for however long they do, and then propose to the wall? You meet her, and she's fat, and she's ugly. What are you going to do?
Wouldn't be in the situation.
Fair enough. So you just wouldn't be in the situation to start off with. But say you're in the hypothetical situation and you're on TV. What are you doing? Are you good at
I'm gonna tell you, first thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna laugh. I'm gonna laugh that shit away, man. I'm telling you, I ain't gonna say a word. I'm gonna just she gonna feel how I feel through my laughing.
So you're not going on the free exotic trip.
No.
You're not going on the. Okay.
No, where I'm gonna sit
You can say
on the plane, both seats taken by her big ass. You go damn sit on the bus. You on the damn rail. She over here all up on the wall and shit. No, I ain't doing it. No, you lay down with her. You can't see the TV. Come on, man. You know what I'm saying?
I don't mean like she's like freaking huge. She got a little Dunlap disease going on. Her gut's Dunlapped over the belt buckle, but she's just a little heftier than what you'd like. I like my girl skinny.
Built like a hush puppy.
Okay, yeah.
I don't like hush puppies. So.
I'm out.
Yeah. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. Yeah, I don't know what I'd do. I think I'm kind of like Ben. I don't know that I'd ever put myself in that situation where I was talking to a girl and I couldn't see her face. But if that happened, I think because I hate hurting people's feelings. I think I would give it a try. Think I would give it a try at the resort that they do, and just see. Like if I just get to the point where I can't deal with it no more, then like I'd just be done. But I think I'd have to feel it out a little bit more just to see. But I don't know. That was just a random thought because I had been watching Love Is Blind. I'm waiting on the new episodes to drop. But anyways, now we go from Love Is Blind, something that's silly, to something that is very, very serious that's going on in the world today.
Hate.
And Ty really, really wanted to talk about this. He made sure he educated himself for sure before he came on here. Go ahead and start the conversation off with us, Ty, on this.
Hey, well, first off, to start it, I think everybody, especially our generation, because we are the younger people who are going to be having to rebuild and do everything if anything were to happen here. But we all got to pay more attention. We are so lost and distracted by things that we're forgetting to pay attention to what's actually happening in reality. And then by that phase, I mean, all you ever see is this right here, looking at the phone. I know y'all probably been seeing me on it right here. Well, hell, you know what I'm saying? There's your example. I got to wake up too. But there's one thing, but all this stuff going on in Israel over there, you know what I'm saying, Gaza, Pakistan, whatever, it just shows you a prime example of how much evil there is in this world. And we all got to start loving one another. The only way to fix this stuff is to love one another. There's no physical thing we can do besides loving one another to help build this stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, the world these days are soft, and most people are soft. So it's time to get educated and time to think that not everything was out of spite or out of hatred. A lot of people are quick to snap a finger and go, oh, they hate me, or they did this because of this, when in reality, accidents happen, things happen, you know? Just because something happens doesn't mean it's out to get you, or they hate you, or anything like that. People are just quick to point a finger. That's what it is these days, quick to point a finger, and nothing is ever their fault. Anyone, anywhere, anytime. It's never their fault.
I just kind of hate, in my opinion, in regards to like war and conflict with other nations. Why can't we find a way besides war to resolve issues? Because the thing that happens in war is there are casualties. There are people that didn't sign up for war that wind up killed due to two powerful people making a very powerful decision that affects other people in the other country that probably on most occasions do not care. Because a lot of the government issues, and the reason a lot of people don't pay attention, is because they feel like it doesn't affect their day-to-day lives. But what it's happening is it's a gradual change. It's gradually going to get there. So the thing that I wish people would kind of, that are our age, that would take into consideration when not paying attention to politics, is when you have kids and those kids are growing up and they're 16, 17, 18, and you're having to provide for them, and they're having to grow up and be in a society where things are being allowed that shouldn't be allowed, you're still going to have to deal with that. You may not have to deal with it now, but you're going to have to deal with it, and your kid's going to have to deal with it. And once you have a kid, you're going to realize, which I don't have a kid, so I don't know yet. So, but anyways, you're going to realize from what I've been told that you didn't think anything before you had this kid. You didn't think anything would ever, like, besides like your wife maybe, or your girlfriend, whatever, would come in front of like you. But then you have that kid and you're like, okay, that's the most important thing in my life. And they're the ones that's going to be affected by decisions that are made today, especially by Sleepy Joe up in the office. But we ain't even got to talk about that. I hate that the way that we resolve conflicts today is trying to go to war, trying to kill innocent people. And I hate the fact that we just make stupid decisions. Countries just make stupid decisions. We could all be separate countries and survive. But the powerful people are greedy and they don't care about their country. To be honest, they care about themselves. That's what goes on with politics more than anything. They care about how can I make myself more powerful, and that's by knocking everybody off from being as powerful. So that's the kind of world we live in today, and it's kind of sad. No, not kind of sad. It is sad.
It makes you wonder how long this is going to last, too, because just like the Ukraine and Russia situation, you know, that's something that most people don't hear about now or talk about or anything. You know, it's just kind of in the past. It's behind the door. And then now this one has aroused, and it's basically, it's similar. It's similar in certain aspects. So it's just interesting to see how long this one will last, and then if we find a solution or something, you know, if it ceases and becomes peaceful, will another one happen somewhere else?
Well, you talk
Well, I
about
mean,
Russia,
I'll put it-
Ukraine.
I'll put it this way. I mean, the whole Maui situation not too long ago, I mean, it was literally a month ago. I have not seen a single thing about it in the last 2, 3, 4 weeks. They're trying to cover it up. Somebody's trying to cover it up. You know what I'm saying? And it just goes to show how nobody up there actually gives a fuck about us. It's us versus us, you versus you at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying?
Yep. And I just you brought up the Ukraine stuff. Don't even get me started about taking our troops out and all this other stuff. We don't even get to talk about that. But there's just, it shows, in my opinion, the respect that we now garner as a country has gone down significantly since we had someone that can't string along 3 sentences walk into office and falls asleep during important, important meetings, like just doesn't even know where he's walking half the time. And I mean, it just shows kind of where we are today in a society that, granted, Trump's not the best human being, but I will say he did have this country going in the right spot. And Biden does not know what he is doing on a daily basis. He just is a robot. No, he's not a robot because robots are smarter
He's
than
slow
him.
as hell.
So
He's slow.
it's just, and why can't we get nobody younger in office? Well, we got all these old farts that are 75, 80, 95. I mean, heck, when we going to learn that it might be good to start getting some young leaders up in there? And then you got people like Ben Shapiro, and like you can even say like AOC, like different people. Like you got people like these. I'm sitting there thinking, man, I wish y'all would try to do something with the government. But they're like, man, it's too far gone for me to even make a difference. And that's where it's kind of sad, is that people have that mindset sometimes, that it's just too far gone. Can't really make a difference. And I don't want to put myself through the torture and pain of being somebody powerful like president. Because you get hated on. You get blasted for trying to do your best for the country, even if you do actually have good intentions. So
He's not on Sleepy Biden's side, though. He's not saying any of that was for him. Here you go.
But figured we'd go ahead and talk about that. Ben walked in. Typically, Ben don't like to talk about things like this, but Ben walked in. Hey, we should talk about Israel and Palestine. We should talk about that.
Yeah,
Talk about the countries.
Seen a bunch of all the country stuff and everywhere.
Yeah.
'Cause it's a really big thing for soccer, because national teams just like Russia and Ukraine and everything, it affects the sports as well, which is, a lower aspect, obviously, of everything that's happening. But, it still causes conflict and that stuff. Like the country can't even play. Sometimes Ukraine and the Russia thing, the whole Russia soccer nation got penalized for that, for something that, they weren't even necessarily a part of. But like they were disqualified from the World Cup and stuff like that. Can't remember if it was the World Cup, but I think it was Euro qualifiers that they were disqualified from. But that's a whole major thing. If they win that, that's huge. They get promotions, they get money, they get all sorts of endorsements and whatnot, and they're automatically knocked out just because of where they're from. So it's just stuff like that. But that's where I see it all popping up through the Euro qualifiers, because that's what's happening right now. And obviously, Israel's not playing. So
We'll say this. This will be my last thing to say on the topic. As bad as it is in the U.S. of A., we still in the best spot, in the best country that we can be in. No matter this talk about anything, we have the freedoms, we have the rights, we have the liberties that most other countries do not have. We live in a great world. And you know what? The people that don't like it, why don't you just get your butt out and then why don't we just keep those illegals from getting in? And then that'll just be a perfect situation right there.
Yeah, and like you said, land of the free, home of the brave. Hey, y'all just don't forget the brave though. Gotta be
That's
brave.
right. That's right.
Gotta be brave.
That's right.
Gotta be brave.
All right, y'all got anything else? You got anything else you wanna add while you're on here, Ty?
Actually, let me check.
Okay.
I think I did write some more stuff down, but yeah, I was gonna say, where do y'all think we're at as a generation? Like our generation, where do you think we're at as a whole?
What do you mean?
As in our generation as a whole, like how do you think we are gonna be as a generation in 20 years from now? Are we gonna be able to handle the shit? Or because I'm not gonna lie, I feel like we've grown up in a time where all we ever hear is how bad we are, how we don't ever commit to stuff, all this stuff, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, it's not our fault. It's people who are older than us fault because, I mean, leadership goes the longest way, right?
Yeah.
So if you have no one to look up to and all you know is one thing, what are you going to do? That thing, right? I mean, we've had no guidance. And they want to yell at us, oh, they're on the phones all the time, all this stuff. Well, like, I see plenty of older people on the phone all the time ignoring their kid. Why do you think your kid's on his phone? Because you ignore him 24/7. You know what I'm saying? Stuff like that.
I mean, okay, to answer your question, so especially the past like 3, 4, 5, 6 years, I feel like a lot of times people don't feel like they can truly speak their mind. I don't think people our age are actually as so crazy left and so crazy right. I think we have grew up in a divisive generation where you have the parents that influence those kids to feel a certain way, and then they get old enough and they realize, hey, I can make my own decision on this. And then sometimes you'll have people that change their mind completely, especially like there's religion, there's politics, there's different things like that. Where like I just think there's a path where you educate as a parent, and then there's a path where you let your kids make decisions on their own. And I feel like a lot of biases are brought to kids growing up, and a lot of negative thoughts are brought into kids growing up. And I don't mean to get into like harsh realities, but certain times I feel like people grow up in bad situations, have an opportunity to get out of them, but choose not to because they're too lazy to get up and make something out of their life because they're collecting stimulus checks from the government. Like, I feel like too many people are lazy. I feel like that's the most important thing I can say is too many people are lazy. You know, like put yourself, me and Ty talk about this, put yourself in a situation where you got to feel a little struggle because it makes you appreciate the things that are happening that are good in your life much more when you realize that it could be a lot worse. And those people that are in those crappy situations, don't be lazy and don't think you have no way of getting out of it because your negative mindset that you have is not going to help you get out of it. Find some way to get some help and get where you need to be. Stop being lazy. I think it's just a lot of laziness. Let's rely on daddy and mommy's money, or let's just
100%.
fall back into the trap that we've fallen into because my mom's mom grew up without a father. The next one grew up without a father.
And don't nobody care.
It's just
Don't nobody care about the story, man. You got to make your story. The book, you don't want to just end the book on chapter 1. You got to add chapter 2. You got to write chapter 3. The end don't come till you in the ground. That's when the end comes. You got to work till you get to that point. But
and fill the chapters up with important stuff.
Yeah.
Make something of your life. Don't make it a boring book.
at the end of the day, just discipline. That's what we're saying. Just discipline yourself. Do what you don't want to do. Discipline yourself. Ain't that right, Romo?
Romo, you got anything to add?
He's very disciplined.
Good talk. But okay, Romo has to piss. Football's on. I think we're gonna wrap it up off that topic. Thanks for joining us, Ty. I'm sure you'll be back plenty throughout the remainder of us doing this. But thank you for watching the Terrible No Good podcast. We appreciate you listening. Appreciate you watching. We appreciate you hitting that like button, which I'm telling you to do right now. Please share. Please download. Please do whatever you need to do to support us, go like the Instagram posts, go follow us on Instagram, and tell us what we need to talk about. Tell us different things we can change. Tell us how we can make it more entertaining, more fun for everybody that wants to listen, because we want to hit all demographics, all age groups, all, genders, all 2 of them. But, just tell us what we need to do different and help us grow. But peace.